Hello, and thank you for tuning in to this Ingerati studio interview at Asian Utility Week 2016. I'm Denise, and with me I've got Erez Koren, and you're the Business Development Manager, Utilities and Transportation line of business at RAD. Welcome to the studio. Thank you for joining us.
Hi.
So, what I would like to focus on here is basically talking about reliability and security issues for utilities.
Okay.
So my first question would be, where do Asia's utilities feature when it comes to mission critical reliability and smooth migration to packet-based networks and cybersecurity?
So I would say the following. Smooth migration is critical for power utilities. A lot of power utilities has very legacy and old network based on SDH, and they're moving slowly to packet. Imagine a solution which can support both of them in one box, in one switch. RAD is bringing this to the market. A solution can support smooth migration from legacy TDM to packet, still supporting all the legacy interfaces, but also looking at the future. This is embedded with a built-in cybersecurity measure, which is very important to the market.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you foresee as the biggest challenges for the majority of Asia's utilities, and how can these be overcome?
Well, first of all, APAC is very diverse, and you have countries which are very different. There are a few trends which are very interesting. One of them is connecting much more areas which were not connected in the past, moving from the centralized model to a distributed model. And we see hundreds of thousands and tens of thousands and even more areas which are now being connected to the grid.
Yeah.
This means a lot of new networks will be built.
Yeah.
There is also the need for cybersecurity once building these networks. And this is where we specialize in building a secure, built-in networking solution for our utilities.
Okay. And Asia's utilities, are their challenges the same as everybody else's around the globe, or do they have very unique challenges that nobody else really shares?
So first of all, yes, there are unique challenges in APAC. If you look at developing countries, for instance, you see that the power losses are incredibly high, incredible. A power utility cannot live with more than 10% losses. And we see some countries with this huge amount of losses, meaning when they generate something, 10% and above is being lost along the way. In order to control this, you have to have a reliable network all along the grid. This is where we come and build an end-to-end reliable communication solution from the neighborhood area network all the way distribution automation, substation automation, all the way to the NOC, Network Operation Center, and allowing the power utilities really to know where they're losing, really to control all the areas which are not being connected today. So this is one of the major issues. Another major issue will be the cybersecurity, which once you build so many new networks, they're very vulnerable, very open. You need a secure built-in solution once you build a new network, and this is where we come to assist.
What lessons can this region learn from other countries around the globe?
I think one of the benefits of APAC is they're not the first to adopt cybersecurity regulations. There were a lot of trials in the world. In the US, we have the NERC regulation. Europe is looking at some standards. And Asia can benefit from these trial and errors which are being done for years. But eventually they will have to adopt some kind of standards and benefit from all the way that other power utilities have done before. I think that cybersecurity will be a critical issue, especially with building new networks, supporting legacy interfaces. This is where companies who really understand the importance of a reliable communication network with cybersecurity built-in solution can come and help these power utilities. We'll be happy to assist.
Okay. From your company's perspective,
Yeah.
What is the most exciting region or areas, within Asia at the moment, with regards to, adopting security measures?
So we see some different countries, and Southeast Asia is really interesting right now because they're building new networks, but on the other side, they're looking at cybersecurity. Japan is interesting as well, Australia, and we cannot neglect India, which speaks a lot about the need for having the layer of cybersecurity for the network. With the smart cities now in India, again, endorsing new networking solutions.
Yeah.
So basically this, I would say, the areas which are more interesting.
Right, okay. Do you think the utilities in this area are taking cybersecurity as seriously as they should be? Do you think the word has got out that cybersecurity is critical?
So if I compare it to last year, let's say, or 2 years ago,
Yeah.
you can see the evolvement.
Right.
Cybersecurity is becoming an issue. Now, since it's being developed in so many other places, you cannot neglect it. So let's say 2 years ago, you could have said, okay, it's not really a big issue, but it is a big issue now.
Yeah.
You see the networks are very vulnerable. If you build a new network, why not build it with a built-in cybersecurity, cost-effective solution? Why wait for, build a new network
Yeah.
a few years after that if you can do it now? The issue is it has to be a very cost-effective solution, and try to adopt regulations and methods that have been done in other places.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So where do you see Asia's cybersecurity development, say, within the next 5 to 10 years? Are they on the right track, or do you,
I would
what is
say,
your view?
first of all, I said Asia is, you have different countries and different stages.
Yes, of course, yeah.
APAC is definitely on the right path.
Good.
You would see countries adopting very quickly cybersecurity measures. They will look, a lot of countries, for a very cost-effective solution. I think the fact that a lot of countries waited and wanted to see what will be in other places will benefit them a lot to gain the best solution that exists in the market. I think RAD, as a global company, we can help them from bringing the best from other places for them to adopt locally.
Fantastic, all right. Well, my final question to you is, what is your advice to utilities within this region when it comes to reliability and security of the grid?
Analyze your network, try to have a pay-as-you-grow solution. No need to buy everything on the first day. Try to have a solution which fits your current need and your future needs. Don't copy-paste from other place, but try to look for the best solutions and adopt them according to your needs. Do not neglect cybersecurity, but because the attack will come one way or the other. Try to combine this in one solution, in a cost-effective solution. This is the good advice that I can come with.
All right, thank you. We'll end on that note. Erez, thank you so much for joining us in the studio. I hope you enjoy the rest of the event.
Okay.
And to our viewers, thank you so much for tuning into this session. If you're wanting to gain more insight into Asia Utility Week, please go and have a look at our playlist on enjirati.com. Thank you.